Alright, let's talk about money. There are a lot of ways to make money as a truck driver. A lot of ways. You got local, you have regional, you have OTR, and you have dedicated, you have company drivers, you have owner-operators, then you have lease operators, and then you've got like jump seat. You have a bunch of different ways to make money as a truck driver. My least favorite would be local. After local would be a lease operator. There's a big difference between lease operator and owner operator. I mean big. Lease operator, you're leasing onto another company for their DOT number. Usually you're buying their equipment at a discounted rate because you're buying it from them. They call it a discounted rate, but they sell you the truck for like $147,000 with a balloon payment of $35,000. That don't sound like much of a discount to me. Well, then my least favorite is local. I can't do local. I feel like a goddamn yo-yo. I don't like it. I just cannot do it. I did it for a week, running from Tampa to Bradenton or something like that. And I mean, I was running back and forth. That's it. 47 miles one way, 47 miles back the other way. Went to the ship, went to the plant. Went to the ship, went to the plant. It paid all right, but I felt like a yo-yo. It was the exact same route. I like waking up in the morning not knowing where I'm going. That's what I like to do. But I don't know about other people. Now, financially, if your wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning. These people that want to go out for 4 or 5 days, spend 2 or 3 days at home, or go out 5 days and stay home 5 days, you don't make no money like that. You have to make miles. Me and my teammate Joe, we make between 5,500 and 6,500 miles a week average. We're a pretty good team. We run our asses off. We run from East Coast, West Coast, North, South. It doesn't matter to us. We do all 48 states, and we do Canada. A lot of people complain about Canada. There's nothing to complain about. Yeah, getting across the border is a hassle. So what? Once you're over there, the only thing that is different is that the speed is different. You pretty much go 60 miles an hour everywhere you go. Well, it's actually like 62.5 miles an hour for 100 kilometers. Now, once you get into Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia, the speed limit bumps up to 110, which is about 68 miles an hour. I have a 75 mile an hour truck, so I can do the speed limit almost everywhere I go, except for some parts of Nevada, some parts of Utah, and most of Texas, because that's 80 miles an hour, and I wish I could do it, but I can't. Now, back to the money. Owner-ops have to pay for their own fuel. You got to pay for insurance. You have to pay for bobtail insurance. You got to pay for cargo insurance, and you got to have $1 million liability. That goes for owner-ops and lease ops. That is a lot of out-of-pocket money before you start making money. And then on top of that, an owner-op and a lease-op is a 1099 position. A 1099 position means you are responsible for your own taxes. You have to save 25%, and you have to pay your taxes quarterly. So, I don't do that. I like being a W-2 driver. Yes, I make less money, but I'm happier. It's not my fuel, not my money, not my truck, but I take care of my truck. I take care of my truck like it's my baby. I believe in taking care of my company's equipment because if I take care of their stuff, they're going to take care of me. You know what I mean? Most companies start you out at a low cents per mile. Let's go with Swift. They start you off at like 28 cents a mile. And you work your way up. By the time I left Swift, I was with them for 6 years. By the time I left them, I was making 51 cents a mile as a solo driver. I was doing really good for Swift Transportation, but I had reached their cap. Their cap is 5 years, and you're at the top end of their pay. Well, I was there and I wanted more. Now I've come to Indian River and I really enjoy it here. I had to take a couple cents down to start, but that's just where it starts. I think my pay caps out here at 54 cents. It's not a bad job. My checks average anywhere between $900 and $1,500 a week, and that's after taxes. If you want to make money, you have to drive. You can't be taking extra time off at home. You can't be taking extra time just because you're tired. You can't be taking extra time because you're wore out from driving. It can't happen. The wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning. That's what you got to keep in your mind. The whole point to our jobs is drive, 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 drive. Now, I know some California drivers where I'm good friends with a couple of them. They get hourly pay. But they only get paid hourly when they're on duty or driving. So that means they have to be on duty 10, 11 hours a day, or they don't make no money. But if you're on duty 10, 11 hours a day, or driving, of course, how do you save your hours for the next day? How can you, you can work, 7 days or 5 days at 14 hours a day before you run out of hours? I guess that's a good idea, then you get a 34. But I just don't like that idea. I don't like having to sit in one constant area. I want to be going everywhere. Like y'all knew yesterday, I was in Pennsylvania. This morning we were in Chicago. This afternoon we were in Sawyer, Michigan at OJ's Tank Wash. Still big thumbs up for me. And now we are waiting at Welch's Grape Juice in Lawton, Michigan, waiting to be loaded here. But there's already 2 trucks there, so I have to wait over here until they come get me and let me know that I can go. Pretty much the basic and the overall view of the money issue. If your wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning. Me personally, I will never buy another truck. Ever, 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 ever. There's too much liability, no health insurance, and I hate fucking having to deal with taxes. I hate it. I'd rather just do my W-2, file my taxes at the end of the year, get back with my small little Peasley bit of money, and deal with it that way. It's less headache on me. Less headache for my family. Less problems for me. And then on top of it, as a lease operator, I was bringing home, not bringing home, I was bringing home about $3,000 a week. But my gross was at like 10 grand a week. My gross. Then all my truck payment and everything else came out. It was $5,000 or $6,000 worth of crap that came out. My highest check was like $5,200. That was the day I bought a V-Star Classic 650. Love that bike. Now, I'm going to let you go before I get this much any longer. But money, if your wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning.